Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual stuff, and so much more. So anyway, this video is part of that so much more is I'm doing these videos for of astrological signs, you know, quick readings and things like that. So this one is for the sign of Cancer. For the month of March and the year to 2020. So 2020. So I'm just going to take that because I've said 2020. So there's something going on. Anyway, I want to park that up for the moment. Well, I'm just trying to. There's a reason why I said 2. Okay. So anyway, so I just thought I'd. Where are we going? This is what happens to me. Spirit started working with me, and it's like chit, and I want to do my little follow through, my follow up, my follow through with my regime, not theirs. So there may be something that's going on with you, that's in your life that you may be putting on or putting aside and not following through with what you want to do, but it's coming up. Okay, so anyway, I've said it now, Spirit. So I'm just going to carry on. So this, like I say, this read is for the sign of Cancer. For March 2020. So this, when I say it could be the sign of for the sign of Cancer, it could be whether Cancer is your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. If this resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. Just take what does and leave what doesn't, and check out one of your other signs. So what I mean by that, for those of you who are new to this and not wondering what the heck I mean by that, is that I am, like for instance, I am a Gemini, and that is my sun sign. So, and I follow my sun sign more than my other signs. However, my moon sign, my emotional sign, is under the sign of Libra. My rising sign is under the sign of Pisces, and my Venus sign is under the sign of Cancer. So I will check out one of those if I don't quite get, or just to clarify what my sun sign is telling me. And then sometimes my sun sign, I might not get any of it, and that's okay. I don't actually feel I need to check out what my other signs are saying, because I'm okay with that. So it just depends on where you're at with whatever's going on with you at the time. Anyhow, so thank you for watching my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, and also thank you for watching this if you're watching this video on Facebook. And like I say, these are okay, where they're going. These are, once again, there's something really repetitive going on, because I feel like I want to repeat it again, go over that again, and or maybe blocking and stopping, or that feeling of blocking and stopping, or that it's like yeah, because you haven't felt like you've done something or finished something, and there's something that you feel like where maybe you need to be actually, but you don't need to be, but there's some sort of letting go process that's going on, where you maybe are resisting and allowing that movement to happen. It will happen, of course. However, okay. So I'm just doing shuffling the tarot cards to get going, because they've wanted me to shuffle them first. So, and you might be finding that for yourself. You might be wanting to do. You might be wanting to go somewhere, but something keeps, you feel like something is getting in the way. So it's maybe, and you end up doing this. I do feel like, though, there's a sense of procrastination in some ways, because it's like whatever is trying to get you to let go of stuff so you can move forward is needs to be a balance. Okay, it's finding a balance with you. So, which is interesting, because I have the moon. The moon has come up first, but I just, okay, where we're going, and this is kind of what may be happening with you. It's like, where we're going, start going somewhere and think that's where you're going. So, of course, there is this retrograde in at the moment too, Cancer, so a lot of us air signs and water signs are going to be feeling it in maybe a little bit more intense way as what some of the other signs are. on saying that, but on saying that, that depends on where your understanding is and your knowledge is with, as far as and where you are within yourself, within this knowledge and understanding of how retrograde works, and what it and how you work with it now, and how you see it as being. So I see the retrograde as being a wonderful way of, I mean, nowadays more so than anything, it's to just flow with, you know. Over the years, yes, a few years back it was like, yeah, it was more of a hindrance, I thought it, but as I got to understand it, what it was actually doing, what it was there for, and hopped out of my own bullshit, it's, these last, 2 or 3 years, it's I've just like gone with it, actually maybe about 3 or 4 or 5 years, it's just more gone with it, and learned more about myself and about how the retrograde works, and that sort of thing. So it may be something that, for why they're talking about, is to look a bit deeper in that with for you, and this is what the retrograde does. It helps us to look a little bit deeper within us, to help us move, heal and move through some that healing process, and that letting go or releasing process. It's like, and it can bring up some, some stuff about ourselves that we don't really like, but that's what it's all about. So we can move through it, bring it to our attention. Okay, so nothing's coming out of this, so I'm just going to put this down. It's like coming out at the moment, falling out. So okay, I'm just going to keep going and talking, because that's building up the energy. So okay, well, I want to go to the moon. Actually, it's really drawing me to the moon, because that is the first card that fell out of this is my practice deck, by the way. That's why I've got stuff written on it, but I've got some other decks coming, which is cool. And back to the moon, it's like, just in case some of you are wondering anyway, back to the moon, there's a lot of, the moon, is a major arcana in the deck, so there's a lot of energy behind the moon, I want to say here, in which I'm talking about to some of you females out there, but not only females, males as well. But so a lot of, okay, but I'm more referring to the moon. Okay, so there's the moon in the in this deck is, about the description, and the flow is about, okay, the description and the flow, even using different words. So you might be finding yourself using different words to describe things, your moods, and describe to people what you're really meaning and what you're thinking, as well, and that you've maybe not used before, which is really good for you, because it's allowing you to move through in the way that you want to move through things. So it's about, the moon is about fluctuation and confusion. So there is which is kind of like what is happening, is that fluctuation in the energy at the moment, like even just in the beginning of this reading, is like being fluctuating, moving, so being like that stop and start, or that slowing and then going back 2 steps, that maybe for you may be feeling, or like repeating yourself, and going so far and finding, actually I've forgotten something, which is what the retrograde is about. And not so much with the planets, okay, but then the moon, it's also, the moon is, there's a similar sort of thing going on with the cycle. So it's really paying attention. What I feel like they're doing, saying, what Spirit is saying and the cards are saying, it's like this month coming up of March 2020, is really going a little bit deeper into playing, you're playing the moon game, basically. Yay, I get what you mean now. It's playing the game, like, and really in the sense of like, it's, of watching what your cycles are like, and the fluctuation with you. So intuitively, we know, we know that when it's time, our body tells us as well. And intuitively, we know when we maybe need to like slow down, move, start moving, do this or do that, or go here, start doing that, but we don't always listen to it. So because it's like, just like, we don't always listen to it. So it's like that's what they ask us, to pay more attention to that. And and by doing that, you'll start to see more results when we listen to ourselves and we allow ourselves to feel the love and do it anyway, or to feel the love and break through that anyway, or visit that. It's like, go really take a deeper look within yourself. This is what I feel like the moon is telling you, is sharing with you, is to look into the fluctuation and how she moves, and and so you can figure out where all that confusion is as well. So there'll be something like that in your life that's actually going on now, but it's about you now allowing yourself to actually go that little bit deeper to figure it out, and listening to your intuition. And if you have a look at, start looking about how your energy is, and when you like studying the moon cycles, you'll find it intuitively. You already know that. You pretty much you'll start to pick up on things for you, and it will be most likely in line with for you and how it will help you. The moon cycles and your star sign cycles. It's like planetary cycles as well, how it can help you. So I feel like for a good portion of you, it's just really listen to that and what your intuition, your moon self is telling you what to do, okay? And, or not do, either way. Anyway, gosh, that was really like intense in a way, but a cool intense, like getting that message out. And this is what I kind of feel like for you. It's just like getting something out of you to keep moving for some things. Like some of you have got some projects that you've parked up, and some of you have got some things that you like are finding an excuse to not do rather than to do, okay? So anyway, there's the moving on from the moon. Gosh, we're going to go to the next card, which is the Six of Wands, which is about, the energy behind it with, the Six of Wands. The Wands is about what, imagination and ideas and taking action towards those ideas. And, there's a little bit of a fire energy there with Sagittarius, Aries and Leo there. So you may be that you, there's someone around you that may give you that little boost of that fire energy to get moving, and get moving, and maybe that you need to just take that energy on yourself, with that, because, the Six of Wands is about movement as well, and it's about public acclaim and success. So there may be something that you are working through, which is what is holding you back. This could be what's holding you back, because it's like, what people, you may be going out there and doing something, a project or a journey that's going to take you like more out into the public, and more out there on a platform like this, say, and it may be that is, what's holding you back from achieving the success that you need. Now, it's not necessary that you'll be doing this, but it could be something like this, where you are, in your business or in your life or whatever it is, that you're wanting, that, spirit are guiding you to get more out there. It could maybe more doing speaking, standing on stage or putting yourself out there more as in like business cards and things like that, beginning a business as well. So with all this, as well for some of you, or it could be like for some of you, you're taking the next step from and within onto a different platform, another platform that is taking you out there again, where there will be even more public acclaim and success. So you may be like balking at that or whatever it is, but see, look, there's a lot of energy there, but people like, it's like, I feel like some of you are really drawn to do that, or really, because there's like, you look in the background, there's people that are behind you that are supporting you with this action, and you've got this wreath on there that you're holding it. So there is some sort of success that is coming should you do that. That is, if you're going to go that way for you. But there seems to be like this card now, and I felt like I needed to shuffle and discernment about you with it, and that's fair enough. Discernment is number 34 in the deck of the Sacred Word cards. So number 3 is about balance, within that discernment, and number 4 is about security financially, but also within yourself, the security about what that you know that you know that you know what you know. And so when you go out there and you are like doing what you need to do for whatever reason, whatever it is, that could, yeah. So where were they going with that? So your discernment. So, but you know, the 4 year is about security and like in direction, whatever direction that you want to go as well. Let me see where we're going and finding that balance with that within your home life, say, and your business life, and you know, yeah, family life and that sort of thing. So that could be what's going on for some of you. But just, you know, read it in the way that how, across the board. But if it's business, it could be something else. Okay. It could be that you're doing some humanitarian work that you're like figuring out what you're doing and it's just finding that balance as to how that's going to work with you between, yeah, family, home, you know, and that sort of thing, friends, you know, and your social life even, as well as the work that you're going to be doing and how that could affect you. So it's like there is that discernment coming up next month where you'll be more going into that space, but like Spirit are just saying, like, you know, having a feel around with it. And gently putting yourself out there rather than, you know, like for some of you will feel like just wham bam doing it, man, boom, that's good. But yeah, if you're feeling like you want to take it a little bit slower, just do this thing. It's like making, yeah, and that's, you know, 1 or 2 steps towards whatever it is that you're doing. That's all good. That's wonderful too, because it's progress. You're taking steps towards it. So I do feel like and then there is something definitely moving on because you're moving. There's some sort of process that you'll be moving through next month, if not like right now, moving into next month. But next month is like has that energy change with the retrograde for on the 9th. There a different energy comes in, so you may be feeling, you know, like that or around the 9th, and even like with the moon changes cycles as well, that there's a little bit more action taking for you because the 10 of Wands has come up, and so the 10 of Wands is is oppressive burden, so you're carrying a load. So I feel like by the 10, like there's something coming to the end of you carrying that load, or in your mind and your imagination and the ideas that you've had around whatever it is that you're doing is like you're not going to carry that burden, or whatever is stopping you, you're letting stop you from carrying, from moving forward. Or moving on to into this different this phase of where you want to go in your business, in your life, in your work or career, in your study, whatever it is, in your family. Whew, there's a lot of action there. It's pretty bloody hot here. So so there's something that's coming to an end in that side of, and on saying that where you've figured it out, you've gone through that process. But then also then after that there is the High Priestess. And also the Knight of Cups, the lover. So for some of you, there'll be some, and the High Priestess is about, the theme behind her is about secrets revealed and mysteries uncovered. So there is, something happening where, with these, with that learning that you're having, that things are, you're discovering more about yourself, by allowing yourself to go out there and put yourself out there with whatever it is, or take that next step with whatever it is. And this is what the retrograde does, and this is what, the different planets are lining up do, even though that some of it feels like we're going in a shitty space because we're revisiting stuff. It's not about that. Well, it is that, but it's about us moving forward from that and allowing ourselves to really truly release it and not let it affect us in the way that we have been, like subconsciously and or consciously. So, but once we deal with it, it feels like, so that's where I feel like a lot of these secrets and mysteries are uncovered. But also for some of you too on this, and who can resonate with this on a spiritual level as well as on the, on a relationship level or whatever. There is stuff, there's knowledge that you have that starts to come to, you start to realize, and you start to like the knowledge and the abilities and the gifts that you do have is right there, and so there's that seems to be like that, giving me that feeling of acceptance within that, that actually you do have all this, and this universal knowledge that is just like you tap into, whether it be your intuition in that sort of way, that actually you're more intuitive, or you're more psychic, or you're more empath, or you're more clairvoyant, or you're just more knowing, whatever way you look at it is, actually, than you thought you were. So, but this is like, yeah, that's where I feel that is going. And she's sitting there and she's like taking the time to actually, and to take in all this information. And then the Knight of Cups, ooh, the lover. Yeah, so there's some emotional stuff and, feelings and emotions around all that, this uncovering all this stuff and that's cool though, because there's something, like I say, there's something coming to an end like that, and there's something coming to an end in this processing that you're going through, and the lover, some of you it will be about a lover, and some of you it will be about you allowing a lover into your life. It could be that, but also some of you it could be the person that you're with already, the lover within, and a lover that you're sorting stuff out, whether it's going into a relationship or going out of a relationship. And some of you there'll be within the relationship there'll be a sense of working stuff out as well, and figuring out where you stand with it. For others, it's the lover in you, and allowing that lover in you out, and that actually you feel like, yeah, there's another side of you, but the cups, and so that's all, but that's about, like I say, the cups is about emotions of him. So there's a phase, there's something there that you're moving through with this. So that's really beautiful, and you're uncovering some things about you. Regeneration is the Eight of Cups, which follows that. So there's something there that you have figured out, and you're going to be, and regeneration is like you're letting that go. You've let it go, because if you look up there, he's walking up that mountain and he's leading, or that person is leaving that behind. Okay, there's something new, there's something different that's going on, and they've left those emotions behind, because they're running down there, they're walking up the hill, they're going to go regardless. And so there's something, they're moving on regardless, whatever that is that you're working through. So, interesting, here we have the Wheel of Fortune, changes in fortune, and it's upside down when it comes out. So that for me, there may be some sort of resistance with some of you when you get to the end of the next month, or throughout this process next month, and or coming in this month, that you're kind of like, it's more like it could be, okay, because I'm feeling like it's more like you're in that, there's, for some of you, it would be more in that mindset that, about looking at the what ifs and the unknown and that sort of thing, and with the change, because the Wheel of Fortune is about changes in fortune. So it could be either way. It could be a good thing, it could be a not so good thing with the changes in the fortune. But I do feel, they're getting some clarification with that. There is, oh gosh, there is something there. Within that, and there seems to be like okay, because the Two of Swords has come out, and the two is, there's something that's come out, it's about tension and anxiety. So maybe you're overthinking things, the Two of Swords. So, but she's like blindfolded, there's something there, she's not seeing things as they truly are, is what I'm hearing there with that. So it's like allowing you to see yourself, to see the truth in the matter, okay, with what is going on. Allow yourself to take off the blindfolds. It's like, because whatever you're imagining, whatever the thoughts are going on in your head, with these life challenges that are going on. Sometimes life brings us challenges at this point. It's like not allowing the future, not like the anxiety or the tension around you, be the, stop you from making a decision that you really want to make, or you need to make. Okay, so it's either, it's being honest and truthful to yourself about what you want to do, but take off the blindfold, is what they're, so you can see better, is what they're saying. Cool. Cut through the bullshit, basically, and going back to honouring yourself. Because the thing is, there is, look at that, the Ace of Wands has come out. And so it's like turning you around, like there's, you know, something, an outburst of creativity. So there's something there, like, which is follows through with this Two of Swords. It's like, you know, cutting through the bullshit, and looking past what you know, the anxiety and the tension is about, um, and figuring it out for yourself, because there's definitely a new way of being, you know, by a shift in your perspective, you know, and the imagination side, what you imagine it to be will be, you know, and which, you know, goes to the anxiety things we can go into our head, if we turn it into that. So, but there's a new beginning in the way that you're thinking, okay, and allowing, yeah, which is going to change that fortune that you know, the outlook. That's why I've turned it up the correct way, because you're looking at it from like you know, from an anxiety and tension. So I've turned it up the right way, so we can. So for me, so it's really, you know, by turning it the right way, it's turned it into more of a positive sort of outlook. And then you've got the Two of Swords, so you don't let yourself go there. Or take yourself out of that space, process it, take it out of space, because you've got the Ace of Wands. There's a new way of thinking, a new way of being. You'll work through it, and so I'm using all these things that you're going to work through it. They're like putting it out there for you, but that's your choice, of course. But using that energy to help you work through it. Because if you look at there, you've been given, there's handed one new rod that's just come out of the clouds. And that's why the Spirit have just, you know, dropped it out of my mouth. It's like your choice. It's our choice whether we go, whether we take that new beginning, in the way of the we're thinking. So there's a bit of processing going on there, because it could just open up new doors, a whole lot of new ways of being and doing things. When we do things slightly different. Now, for some reason, I moved this card, and I am going to take it because it feels right. An authority figure, firm but fair, a King of Swords comes in. So that may be, I feel like that may be you, and it may be you that, in the sense that start looking at yourself and bringing out that part of you, and being, you know, taking a firm grip on yourself, or maybe that you're helping somebody else out, that you may be needing to, but I feel like this is, yeah, that somebody else may more come to you, that can help you, and you'll see that with what they're like, and it's something that you need to adopt with yourself to help you through this processing, and dealing with the processing of how it's going to work for you, but also adopt that, you know, that sort of energy to help you move forward. But I also wonder if there is the other side of that for some of you, where there may be a person that's going to come in and help you see that, and help you like go move through it because of the way they are. Cool. But they're also talking about you being grounded as well. Keeping grounded, keeping yourself grounded, because for some of you, I feel like this energy, even though you are a Swords is more of an air sign, that's kind of like you're still grounding yourself, being here. Cool. Wow. I just feel like I need to get one more card from one of these cards. Where am I going? This one. And these are Archangel Raphael's messages for, oh gosh, here we go. Oh, okay. This is quite interesting. It's all about choice, of course. You choose what you want to do, be, or have. So basically, that's what they're saying. That's up to you. That's up to us. It's up to, yeah, what it is. It's like we choose. And we choose, you choose. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. So I hope that helps you with this like energy that's going through, that knowing that you're going to get through it. It's just like putting a little bit more time and effort and making some decisions, and, you know, clarity for you. Going back to not breathing like anxiety, but just, I don't know why I did that, but it's like, it seems to be there's this movement but just like going back to this, okay, of slowing down, taking your time, processing, smelling the roses, taking a breath, not short breaths, but as in like creating the anxiety, because that's what will, if you're taking short breaths, it will just like hyperventilate you. Okay, so breathe. Anyway, I need to go because that's all I've got for you now, and I will catch up with you on your beautiful journey next month, and well, gosh, it's gone in April, or the following month in April, and until then, God bless you, and have a wonderful March. Bye for now.